Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we are going to try to finish the Lilith things to do, finishing off with the mother fight at the end of the day. It's gonna be interesting. I'm noticing this week that my brain is not working, so we're gonna see if we make it to the end, or if we're just gonna have to switch our goals up a little bit as we progress through this. Go back would actually be really nice, because I really wouldn't mind to have how to jump, but I guess I'll go with a bunch of bombs instead for now, because don't have much of a choice. I mean, if there is something that we can get on this floor with how to jump, then that would at least be kind of nice, but I still obviously much rather have how the box of friends instead, as it does make life a little bit easier usually. Balls of steel in the pill pool, that is wonderful. Does make life a lot simpler. That's another soul heart and a tinted rock right there as well. So all in all, so far things are working out in terms of health. They aren't working out in my gamepad in that it seems that one of the buttons is occasionally just getting stuck, so it's all just great. It's all just very nice how this is going. Just another interesting challenge to overcome as we progress through this run right here. And apparently I have missed a doorway somewhere, as I thought that the other direction was a dead end, but apparently it was not, so that's exciting. All in all, I'm excited to see where this run is going to take us, because so far it is not taking us to anything that would resemble a curse room that doesn't include me taking damage. I'm still just going to check it out just because we did get so much health, although we have taken some damage in that regard. But hopefully that's not going to be too bad. Hopefully one of these red chests will just give me a soul heart, and then at the end of the day it's effectively free, so that would be nice. Other than my time being infinitely wasted by this singular little demon there, but fair enough. Look at that. It was just a great time spent with the demon. And that's all we got for that. So all in all, I'd say that was pretty much worthwhile. We know that the secret room is not over there because there is a thing there. There was rocks there previously. There is a door right here, so that explains why I didn't go to a dead end, but rather I just missed the door earlier, so fair enough. And yeah, not really sure where the secret room is. It obviously doesn't help that we don't have a map, but quite frankly the floor layout isn't exactly helpful right now either. These enemies aren't great to deal with right now, as they are just spawning more and more flies to deal with rather than doing their regular little attacks, unfortunately, so that's not quite great. It's a little fiddly to try and kill with Lilith as well, just because you are doomed to attack from a distance at all times, unless we find some way to get our followers to sit next to us, which I think there's a trinket for that, more or less, but we obviously do not presently have said trinket, so we cannot do much with that. Unfortunately, the floor is rather large, and I truly am getting hit by every single fly in the game. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting run to Mother, seeing as we didn't even get an item at the start either. So it's all a mess, everyone. But there is some money there. There was also a shopkeeper that we could blow up. We were a little bit low on bombs at the time, but since we did get a couple more bombs as we progressed through this, I'm a little tempted to maybe blow them up as well. Look at that. Especially if we get 5 more coins from the shopkeeper now, we'd actually be at a nice 15, and that could be useful for later shops. We could blow up the donation machine a little bit to make that a little bit easier as well, I suppose. But we'll see. Let's just give this a shot. I mean, I might as well. Let's just actually do this just in case. It did work out. We'll get a couple more. We know that balls of steel is in our pill pool, so it is a little tempting to go for the 4 pills there, but I think I'm just going to keep on going for now. And I'm just going to blow this one up too. I'm hoping that we're not going to run into bomb troubles. We are going to run into range troubles at that rate, but fair enough. I will just use the box of friends here to make life a little bit easier. I'd say this boss is actually fairly nice to fight, specifically as this character, just because you don't have to sit quite next to them, and as such makes it a little bit easier to attack them without them attacking you in most instances. So that can be rather nice. I do hope I've been attacking the same one for a while now, because I'm pretty sure one of them is always dead, and yeah, there we go. So that is wonderful. Just one more to deal with. Gonna see if we can just get him to move horizontally for a while, or at least just away from us, and then before you know it, all our problems are gone. We get a syringe, so our range problem is no longer as big of a deal as it once was. I don't think there was anything left to do on that floor, so let us just move on to the Dross, where I'm sure nothing will go wrong. There's an invisible enemy right there. Ooh, boy. Ooh, another one. I actually didn't even notice that one, even though it was a champion and shooting tears the entire time, but it worked out just in time, so that's fine. It's all good. Everything's going according to plan. We do have enough bombs to do our thing. That's another active item right there, which again, I'm not exactly looking forward to, so I'm hoping this is a little better. Well, little is a strong word there, but it'll have to do. That is a 4. Which would have actually been kind of nice to use there, I suppose, but fair enough, didn't think about that in time. Not sure if I should go for devil deals or not. We'll go for secret rooms, I suppose, so that's good. So far an okay pill pool. Like, the range down is a little rough, but the balls of steel and I can see forever are both pretty good ways to retain my bomb count at least, so that's looking pretty nice. Also, just getting large quantities of bombs is helping out a little bit in retaining that bomb count as well, so that's good. Yep. Well, I guess in that sense, betrayal is actually pretty good because the enemies ended up killing each other, but it is still not... It's not quite the way I'd like to do things. Oh my god. Yeah, this might just be one of those runs that just ends up being, hey, you know how I said we're gonna do this thing? And instead we're just gonna do like greed mode with Thief or something like that. Because quite frankly, this is a tricky run. It's just, I don't like the character that much. The boss is a little tricky. We're doing more difficult floors and all that, so there's a lot of potential for things going wrong right now, and that concerns me somewhat, but no health from that. Maybe we could get like a good shop. That could be really nice. That would be lovely, actually. I could also just really appreciate it if I could just keep enemies away from me, and so far I am failing spectacularly. Another active item, so pretty good in that front so far. We have seen every active item in the game at this point, so surely we're not going to see any more. It does make it a little bit more tempting to go for angel rooms, actually, just because we aren't seeing that much good stuff, and I don't really want to spend any health on anything at this point. Even with Balls of Steel, I actually don't hate just going for angel rooms in case we get like some good followers from that or something. That'd be lovely. Anyway, I'm just gonna hang out over here, occasionally destroy these poops with the flies, because I think this one also has a flush attack, right? Does this one have a flush attack? I think he has like a flush attack where the room spins, and then I don't really want to run into like a bunch of flies that way. Yeah, there you go. Like, this is something I'd like to avoid, but actually that didn't flush as hard as I had originally expected, so it didn't really end up doing too much, fortunately. It has been a while since I've just fought this boss in general. I mean, this attack's a little fiddly just because there's not that much room to move, but other than that, there's not that much going on there. Fair enough. There's the devil deal. I don't really need to re-roll this, I feel, because I don't mind having tier rate. Is there anything else I'd like to reroll? I mean, I could reroll the shop item, and I would be able to afford it with the 4 coins still in the dice room there, but that's really all I can go for, I think. But I'd say it's worth a check. There might be a good item in the shop now, and that would be lovely. I mean, Jar of Flies is not bad by any means, but I don't think it's going to outplay the box of friends there. It was yet another active item. Surely at some point we will have seen the last of those at least, but I don't know if we're going to see it in this lifetime, but it would be really nice. Another Dross floor. It is surely a run. If I stay away from those enemies, I don't think they're going to do that much to me. I want them to use that tier attack, so then I can just attack them in peace. Not sure how safe this is, but I mean, it worked out twice, so I think it's safe to assume it will work every single time for the remainder of my human life. So I think that's a fair assumption. I think if I bomb this, I'll hit the beggar that way. Yeah. And an unidentified pill, how lovely. Probably could get that. I mean, I do have enough bombs, but I could just become the Lost later and grab it that way because we do actually need to become the Lost anyway. I hate these enemies so much. They're confusing. I don't quite know where to stand with these, and that just worries me a lot, especially when they're shooting in different directions as well. It just makes the whole thing more complicated. Fortunately, my range is actually quite long with the extra shot speed and range up that we did end up getting from that syringe and the pill that we got later. Even with that little bit of a range down, I'm pretty sure the range up rectified that as well, so far so good. We spent long enough in the room that the soft lock prevention went off and therefore just killed those remaining enemies, but figured I might as well take care of them there because it seemed like a good idea at the time. Now maybe if we could get a decent item room item here, that would just be lovely. I kind of don't want to shoot you immediately, but fair enough. It's working out. You are going into the flames. If you could do roughly the same thing, that would be ideal. It is a little tricky to... I mean, Lilith is just one of those things. Like once you've done it, you don't need to worry about it anymore, but... when you're playing Lilith on a day where playing Isaac is already a little bit more difficult than usual, it does have a tendency to lead to situations that you would rather avoid. But so far, I don't know, it's going okay. It's going mostly okay, I'd say, so... we're just gonna have to go with that. If we can find some tinted rocks or something like that, that would be ideal. Just ignore every enemy that comes our way. I should really just make those enemies do that attack more often, huh? Just do that in a contained environment and then just deal with the enemies like regular ones instead. Maybe that's just a better strategy of dealing with them in general. Because mostly, like, the fear of them doing their attack is probably worse than the actual attack itself. Can we stop getting active items, though? This is actually getting kind of absurd. It is just active items. This one's actually pretty good, though, but I don't know. I don't know if I want that over the Box of Friends, you know? It's actually... like, it's not a bad item, for sure. The secret room is not over there, unfortunately, but I do still have money. I mean, yeah... I'll take either of these, really. Because the 50% off would just be nice, because it would make the remainder of the shops in the run more interesting. And having more trinket space would mean that I would get at least one trinket, and as such, I might actually have like some sort of stat up in some way. I'm not sure why I haven't taken my item room item yet, but I probably have a really good reason for it, so just keep that in mind for now. There we go. Didn't turn into legs, so that's wonderful. Let's just deal with the next one right here. I think that might just be the way to go from now on. I think that is feeling a lot more safe, at least, than what I've been doing with those enemies so far, which is just hoping. Which is never really the best strategy for anything in this game, so I guess maybe I should actually give that some thought. That's 5 coins. Alright, so we can get everything in the shop now. So that's rather nice. Even if we get 50% off, the remaining item will cost 7 coins, and then we can easily afford that with the 26 coins that we have, since 15 plus 2 is a lower number. It is also a number that one could say out loud, but I'm just simply choosing not to. And I'll get to that when I get to that. For now, deal with these fun friends. Get a half a soul heart for our trouble, that's not too bad. Just checking if the secret room... oh, that's a thin curse room. Never mind. There was... I mean, the room next to it also just gave it 0 chance of it being good, but... meh. I should at least blow up the shopkeeper, I guess. Also need to remember that I need to take damage on this character anyway, just because you end up getting more followers that way. So do that, take that, destroy that, all that good stuff. That is the Demon's Tail. Very nice. Does give you more black hearts, also just gives you less hearts in general, so it's all in all just sadness usually. Pretty fun, pretty great. Spider Baby is also just lovely. It's really making this build complete, I would say. So I'm very happy about that. There is a tinted rock there, one that I can actually reach as well, so that's exciting. Also enemies that I don't love. I'm not sure if I should use the box of friends here. I don't think I should. But it's tempting. Just because it is a big room and I still need to do the last stuff anyway, so there's reasons to do it for sure. Also a little tempted to do the boss as the last just to get one more item and maybe actually get like the startings of a build, but I don't know if I should. That's health. That's a bomb. Empress card. Let's see what we got over here. It is Little Blub. I mean, it does make it a little tempting for sure. It is not the most difficult fight, especially with flight at the end of the day, but it wouldn't be the first time I died to this boss. I've said every single time I fought this boss in my life. I do have the bombs for it, I suppose. So I think if I just use one bomb as the loss, then I'd probably be able to get some stuff done. If it would get me another syringe, like that alone would actually be like reason enough to do it, I'd say. This is working out surprisingly well. Yeah, fair enough. That actually went okay. I mean, I just need to do that exact thing again as the loss, and then we're going to be good. We did not get a angel room there. We'll just open this up before I forget about it. Is there anything here? And seemingly the answer to that is no. Okay. Okay, so we have some options here. We could go into the curse room. We could blow this up for a free destroyed bucket. 5 more bombs, very nice. Yeah, that is a lot of bombs. It does make it a lot more tempting just to try and go for that. Where did I put my flames? Is it here? Was it here? Yes. The super secret room, I'm thinking can only be at the end of that long room over there, so I might actually end up going for that as well. The card there is a little tempting, but not like a lot. The pill there could be okay. We have seen a lot of good pills already, but there is still more to get at the end of the day, and our pill pool is looking just very promising so far. I feel like with the amount of good pills we've seen so far, we're probably not going to get any more, but who knows? Golden key, could be good. Little late, black heart, could be good. Not that late yet. Somewhat tempted by the curse room. I'm going to see if there's a teleportation card in here. And there is. Very good. That makes it even more tempting, because a thin curse room has a tendency to have like spiders inside it, and that can go fairly wrong. And yeah, this is no exception to the rule. Fortunately didn't get hit, so we can keep that hermit card for now. Also with the hermit card, we have a little bit of safety. Also, because we cleared a room with enemies, we are no longer the loss. So let me just fix that real quick. But yeah, if I take a hit now, I can just quickly press the hermit card button and then teleport to the shop. I'm guessing that'll work even in the mirror world. And I'm guessing it'll just take me to the shop in the mirror place, so that could be kind of nice. There we go. You do your attack, please. Otherwise, I'll just do this. I mean, this also works, of course, just having a really, really long range. But having really, really long range and spectral tears is just a combination I don't always have. It's not quite as reliable as a way that I can always use, surprisingly enough. Golden bombs. That makes it very tempting to blow up everything. Okay, watch out for the enemies, though. Didn't even know those enemies could come out of that, really, but fair enough. I will just go in this direction first. Oh, right, these enemies. I did kind of forget about these. They are a little bit scarier than your ordinary enemies, unfortunately, but it's working out. It's working out. Very nice, very good. Kinda want to have that Empress card for the boss that's coming up, but we do have infinite bombs as well, so we do have that going for us. Also, this room I can just hang out, so that's quite nice. I can destroy the blue flames in this room, which could give some more health for later, which would obviously be rather nice. And that is all the danger resolved as long as I play this somewhat patiently and don't run into the blue flames. That second one Got a little close, but I didn't quite run into it, so that's good enough. That's another balls of steel. Alright. So we're just gonna give this a shot. If I end up getting hit even once, I'm just gonna flee, I think, because there's no real reason not to. Get rid of the little wormy friends here. Gonna try to place some bombs in ways that'll hopefully help out. Which is by placing them in places where the boss will never be. And then question my life choices. It's working out so far, I'd say. There we go. That's the boss dead. I'm still gonna risk it. Okay, range, cool. That gives a heart, right? Yeah. Half a red heart. Very nice. Very cool. We will still have the extra protection offered by the card at least, so that's at least kind of nice. If things go wrong, I can just teleport to the shop. Which... well, I'll still have to go through the room afterwards, so I'd rather just clear out every room up to that point. But it's nice to have a little bit of safety going in that direction, especially with rooms like these, where the enemies aren't always playing as kind as you would like them. Little concerned about this one in particular, because he's just getting really close to me the entire time. But it worked out. Deal with this one on the side over here. Yeah, this is a little bit easier with Spectral Tears for sure. It is working out a lot better this way. Come on. There we go. Should probably be using my bombs as well, and I'm not really doing that. I should probably also just look for like crawl spaces and things, because there is a pretty substantial amount of rocks here that we can blow up. But what are you gonna do about it? Let's kill these with a bomb. How does that end up? Well, that works out a lot better than I had anticipated. Same for that, actually. So let's just do that one more time. Very nice. Problems eradicated. One more soul heart that we cannot even use. All in all, pretty good. Might as well destroy every shopkeeper on this floor to maybe get some of our money back, so we can get some more stuff on the next couple of floors as well. There was a luck up pill in this room in the other world. That was because of this coin beggar right there. This time it was just some coins, but that's still pretty good. It gave me just the right amount of coins required to then have a good time in life, really, so that's pretty neat. Allows me to buy some stuff from the shops. Having that shopkeeper was really neat. Overall, not too bad. My tear rate's pretty good. My damage is default. I don't really have anything that sets this build apart as, like, incredible, but I do have some good stuff. I'm gonna go with the Empress card, I think, though. Which might not be the best idea, but if at some point I need that extra damage, I wouldn't mind it. If we somehow manage to reach Mother with this run, then I wouldn't mind just having a little bit more damage available as well. So that would obviously be really nice. No leech from the bucket, unfortunately, but fair enough. 13 coins, not bad. Alright. Let's keep this going. Unfortunately, just all the items we've gotten so far are not incredible by any means, but hopefully we can make this work somehow. This is not something I'm looking forward to dealing with. At least one of them just blew himself up with that bomb rock, which I guess is not even a terrible strategy for this room, huh? If I just stand next to those rocks, they'll just end up destroying themselves like that. Also, eventually, if they just hit enough rocks, then that'll solve my problems as well. But now there's a bunch of spiders that I need to deal with, I suppose. But that's not too bad, especially with the box of friends. It should be doable enough. I'd love to find a temperance machine somewhere, though. I suppose at this point we could technically find an arcade room, since we did start the floor with 5 coins, so that's nice. Might as well take this, although I don't expect it to really do anything. Little concerned, but not super. They're just a little fiddly to deal with a character like this. Just because shooting diagonally is a complete nightmare, but we'll manage. 4 coins, 5 bombs. That's looking pretty good as well. I want to get rid of that one first because of that right there. Unfortunately, didn't quite work out the way I wanted it, but fair enough. Getting hit once isn't the end of the world with my current health situation. We managed to recharge the box of friends there as well. I wonder if that champion just throws things from the ceiling, if that'll still do 1 full heart of damage because it's a champion. Would be kind of rude, but definitely not the most impossible thing I've ever said, I feel. But all in all, I'm just not a fan of these creatures. Not loving them. Sad bombs or a mystery item. I'm just gonna go with this, and it's kind of something. I mean, sad bombs isn't too bad. But I'd still love to have like an item that's at least kind of okay. And so far, I feel like my best item is having tier 8, so it's a little concerning still. These are gonna shoot diagonally when they die, so that's also a little scary, but not the scariest thing in the world unless they die to those bones. Which would make their death a little unpredictable at the end of the day, but other than that, not too worrying either. Come on. Just gonna focus on these for a while before trying to deal with the scary enemies. Guess I should try to have you attack in this direction now. Wonder if I can get you to do that. Not like this. I can get you to attack the other enemies, I suppose, and that's kind of cool. It is very close to the wall. You know what? Because I have a feeling that the super secret room is there, and I'm not sure if that's based on anything real. Also, when I see this room, I feel like it's probably going to be here instead. But I think in both places it could theoretically be. Alright, that champion is in a state where he probably won't hit me. But like, this wouldn't be the weirdest room for a super secret room to be, just because it's near the boss room. It's like a long hallway, kinda. Look at that. A whole bunch of red hearts. If we can find one temperance machine, there will be a lot of walking back and forth to make this run as fun as possible for me. This is a worry. No, that's not so bad. If you could just kill those enemies that are right next to you, that would be neat. I just did a little bit. But then this enemy decided that he really truly despises me and just started running for me instead, so that's not great. Okay, holy card. Not terrible. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. It's an extra hit for free, effectively. Not sure how that would work with a temperance machine if there was one on this floor. 2 coins for the price of 3, pretty good deal. Something's wrong. I'll destroy this for the devil deal chance as well, plus 5 more coins, so we pretty much got all of the money back that we spent in that shop, so that's nice. But again, I would, god, if the temperance machine, if it is on this floor and it's all the way over here, it's going to be a little bit of a nightmare for sure, but fair enough. Fortunately, this one decided to run into the spider mod there, and as such, dealt a little bit of freezing paralysis to himself, so that was a nice convenience to make sure our box of friends stays charged. This is a big floor. A really big floor, actually. The health bars are also just quite nice. It does make it a little bit simpler to see what enemies you want to be going for, so that's nice. These enemies are going to inflate after a bit and then run towards me, and then I get scared usually. But this time it's the enemy that got scared because of the spider mod again, I think. I don't think I have any sort of fear effect on any of my attacks right now, so yeah, that worked out. Very nice. Yet another room. These enemies are going to die horizontally, as you can tell by their eyes, and vertically. Except for the ones that didn't. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, that's a good start to the fight. Mustn't be next to them because they will do their cool ranged attack where you just take a whole bunch of damage instead, so I'd rather not have that happen. Yeah, that one right there. Really don't want to deal with that, but fortunately they both got hit by that first explosion, and that really made life a lot easier. Not a terrible trinket, actually. I'm tempted to go for it, but I think I can get away with going for golden chests and stuff right now. I mean, it's better than what I currently have, but that is all that it can really be said about that as well. I'm just gonna play this safe. Equality's never gonna happen. At least in the context of this build. Let me re-emphasize that, because that, out of context, sounded pretty horrendous. But let's just move on and see that we didn't get a Temperance Machine. And yeah, life's miserable. I'm gonna actually get that Holy card, because I think that extra hit is useful. It's just a cool little Holy Mantle effect. We have a 72.5% chance of an Angel Rune this time around, which is a little higher than the previous floor, but not like a lot. But I would love it if that happened. I immediately use that Holy Mantle effect on one of the spikes in the room, so that's also quite nice. Happy I bought that Holy card, otherwise that would have been a full heart of damage, so yeah, definitely don't regret it at all. It was just that perhaps this was not the best use of it at the end of the day. We have, we didn't duplicate the Trinket friend with our box of friends, unfortunately. We did get a second spider, so that's kind of neat. Reed Creep is taken a while to die as well, so we really get to experience this boss for the first time in my life. And we got Leech by taking enough damage and getting our item to activate, so that is quite nice. It's at least something. If we get some more red health, then we can actually heal that up with the Leech as well. God. Yeah, pretty rough, but we did get an Angel Room at least. Eye drops, I mean, fine. I don't think this is just tier 8 up with this character, so that's actually pretty good. Genesis, that's actually really tempting. And I'm just going to blow this up for the sake of that. It does remove Box of Friends, unfortunately, but it will just allow me to get a whole bunch of different items instead. And I really wouldn't mind having an entirely different build. So that is actually extremely tempting for sure. Yeah, I don't feel like I can say no to this, really. Mostly taking the key piece in the hope that I can also turn it into something else. But I'm not sure if Genesis destroys a run like this. Do you keep the key pieces? Or the knife pieces? Let's find out. So far the answer is yes, you do keep those. So that's at least that, so that's nice. Don't run into don't run into there. Right, so we could start with some bombs. Or alternatively, starter deck. Starter deck's tempting. Yeah, let's just go with that. Red Stew's not bad. It's just a shame that we got it so early, because by the time that we're actually going to leave this floor, the damage up is probably going to be gone. So that's a little unfortunate for sure. This could actually be really good. I might actually just go for that. Make it simple. That's a Bone Heart and a Trinket and tier 8. This is speed up. I'll take that, I suppose. This is not a much better build so far. Ay, ay, ay. I'll take that, I suppose. Meat's pretty good, all things considered. Sure. This is not bad. I'll take that, even though the bandage might be better. This is 3 active items. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? And it also just removed my old active item, so that's nice. Very cool, very nice, very great. Let's go for red hearts, I suppose, in case we get our leech back. This is all just garbage. I mean, the candle's good. Deep pockets could be okay, I guess. A little bit more damage wouldn't hurt. It's a little bit more damage. It's mostly health, really. Actually, Cursed Eye is not too terrible on this character in particular. I just don't love it. I'll just go with the damage, I think. I don't mind not having to charge my item the entire time. Go with the syringe, and that's all the items. So yeah, that is our new build. It is not much better than what we had. It might actually be worse. It genuinely might actually be worse. So yeah, pretty great. But we did get a candle at least, so we got that going for us. And I think this will just take us to the next floor. At least we have a large quantity of red hearts, which could be useful, especially if we find like a temperance machine. Did we keep? Okay, yeah, we do keep the item that you start with, which is that red item right there, which will give us more followers as we take damage. So, like temperance machines, as you can see right there, are hopefully going to be fairly useful in that regard. We have the candle now, so we can get away with stuff like that. We have an attack that comes out of us, and that's actually just really nice overall, because it's a little bit easier to aim. My tier rate's definitely worse. We don't have Box of Friends anymore. We will get a lot of money. So if we can get money equals power, that would obviously be amazing. Just try to avoid here for now while I wait for this thing to recharge. Avoid some more. These are just enemies I don't even remotely want to deal with as this character, so I'm just taking it as nice and slow as I can. It was quite nice that you keep your like quest items like the knife piece and such, because I wasn't sure how that would work with Genesis. But it's nice to know that now. These enemies I can just hang out because they will eventually go for me. And it is a little safer to just wait for them, I suppose. World card? Yeah, I'll use world. Why not? Oh yeah, we can hold 2 cards, right. Our pill pool's non-existent from this point on because we took that starter deck. Gemini or 10 bombs. Actually, genuinely. Might almost be happier with the 10 bombs, but I mean, Gemini's not terrible. It's just... it's not great, is it? Yeah, this is a little tempting to go for. Blowing him up would give me Angel Room chance, which is pretty great. But I don't know. I think that's the first time I've properly used Genesis in a run though, so that's at least kind of exciting. It would have been nice if it gave me just all the other items in the game, but I mean, it was at least kind of a glimpse of what it would look like. You get the same amount of items. I think you might even be from the same item pools as well, but just yeah, just different ones. You get some picks, and unfortunately sometimes you just only get active items. Then you just get some garbage instead, because I wouldn't have minded that Box of Friends, but simultaneously I'm not hating the flames that we're shooting here. Mostly used fire out of fear. Don't need to deal with that enemy though, because I think he dies at the end of the room. With 14 bombs, might as well use the secret room here. Also, I'm just going to check this, although I think the super secret room is either here or far to the left right there. Yeah. We have 18 coins. That's not bad. Can I hit all of that? Wow, I can. That is surprising. There is an exceptionally low amount of red hearts on this floor. There is greed right there, which is always a good time. I forgot to use the death card, which is why I didn't use it in the big room. But it also gave us a glimpse about what that room looks like usually. Still got 50% off somehow, so that's exciting. And mostly haven't used either the temperance machine or the demon beggar just yet because out of fear really, but also we will need to have 2 hearts available for that door at the end. I really wouldn't mind saving some health for that. Yeah, using those bomb rocks is actually very effective against those enemies. Wasn't aware how strong that actually is. But I'm very happy to know now. I'm just not even going to bother. Not even going to hit with my flame. Just going to throw that somewhere and then hope that this enemy decides to just end. But unfortunately that didn't work out. Had to go with plan B there. Wouldn't have minded the red candle, I guess, just because the flames stay a little longer, but this'll do. Also, we do have piggyback, so money-wise, we're at least very good. We have all the things in order required to get money, so that's good, I guess. It's at least something. That's a dead enemy. That's 2 dead enemies, and this one is just gonna throw some bones around. How scary can that be? Not at all. Also, there is 2 hearts right there, so that's actually rather nice. There we go. Okay, so there's enough red hearts that I don't need to worry about stuff too much, I suppose. It took a while to find them, but once we did, they were all there, so that's good. So I'm just going to use this all I can. This is going to be a lot of walking back and forth, but I think ultimately it's going to be worth it. We have destroyed a shopkeeper. There was not anything else. Might be able to destroy one with Shopkeeper by just using the candle, I guess, but didn't really think of that in time. This is a little fiddly, but not like a super lot fiddly, so it's not too terrible. Except if that happens, I suppose, where suddenly you have to deal with a lot more enemies at the same time. But I guess these little bombs are probably helping me out more than they're hurting me. Also, the fight's already over, so yeah, all in all, that went okay. Just run into this. I'm guessing that if I were to just run into that again, it would probably not take the Bone Heart immediately, but I'd rather just not risk it. Alright, so that's open. Now we are going to do a fair bit of walking, because the Demon Beggar is all the way over there, and my health is all the way over here. But at least it should take all my red hearts first, so we shouldn't have to walk back and forth too much. Also, I'm just going to save that until the very end, because I do still need to get that key piece as well. So let's just save that for later. We don't especially need to go for the Temperance Machine, but we might. It could be useful in terms of getting like a blood bag, because that'll be a speed up, and speed ups are just nice. It's a stat that I don't have a whole lot of, so getting that would actually be kind of lucrative for sure. Ooh, it's fool's gold. That's unusual. Can't really do anything with it, but exciting that it's there. If we somehow manage to find a bomb, we could technically blow it up for a marginal amount of extra money. So that's exciting. Didn't get any soul hearts from those blue flames either, so what are you gonna do? Let's just move on. Run as quickly as we can through the spider webs and things. There is a key there. Let us just use it to go through the door. Please be on your way. Very nice. Hopefully this next room's not too bad. Whoop. I wonder if you can get stuck in this room somehow, if you just really manage to mess up throwing those bombs. I have to assume the answer to that is probably not, but it wouldn't surprise me, I suppose, if there was some wacky way you could do to really get stuck in there, but you'd really have to want to get stuck, I feel. Like, that would not be an accident, unless you're, like, really panicking, I suppose, but I mean, that's a big panic, which could happen to anyone in a situation like this, because it is kind of scary the first couple times, I suppose. After a while, you've seen this enough, but the first couple of times you do this, it could be genuinely quite spooky, I suppose. I should look at the curse room as well, I guess, since it's right here. Ooh, and it was worth it. Even got enemies that can't even damage me, so that's quite nice. Very cool. Just a little extra damage. Apparently movement speed, which I've definitely said before, but immediately forgot about. Piggy bank's gonna give us a whole bunch of money here as well, so that's exciting. Loki's horns. Yeah. Let's just put a little bit more money in the Temperance Machine while we're at it. See if we can get just some nonsense here. There we go. Ooh, shield. That's not the bag I wanted. It was the wrong bag. Gave me that shield. Oh, the mystery paper, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Unlikely, but not impossible. I recently actually looked up how the mystery paper even works, and apparently every frame it just picks whatever item it is. So that was a lucky frame, and unfortunately didn't really help us out in the long run because we just still have so many hearts, but you know, it's fine. It's all good. We got ourselves a knife, we got ourselves a little incubus, and we have got ourselves a dream, so... And also flames. We have large quantities of fire, which I guess is also helping us out at least a little bit. But I wouldn't have minded taking a little bit more damage through that. I think that would have been fairly helpful because I just really want as many friends as possible, and that's how you do that. But maybe we can find a Temperance Machine and some health on this floor as well. That would be lovely. We have decent Angel and Devil Deal chances as well, so hopefully that's going to help us out as well. There is a cool chest right there that could be good, maybe. God, that extra damage is really visible. I feel like I'm noticing the movement speed a lot more than the damage we're doing extra, but might just be because our damage is not great. Let's just blow this up. sure if there's a tinted rock in this room, but if there is, my apologies. Yeah. Didn't see one, so I'm just gonna move on. Sacrifice room. I don't know. Was there one on the previous floor? Because that would have been a good choice, actually. Wouldn't have been a terrible choice in any case. There was a button behind that pillar, as there frequently is. That's a soul heart. I might get that later because I kind of want to play that machine as well. Yeah, some choices to be made here. And also just a flame to run into. So all in all, pretty great. Dad's key, dark bum. Yeah, that's a tricky one. I actually, because I kind of don't mind the red hearts, is the thing. So I'm not sure if I want to have dark bum. Simultaneously, it is dark bum, and dark bum's almost always good. So it's like, this is a tricky one. I kind of want to at least see my shopkeeper first. Boop. And that was very quick. I did not expect him to actually die that quickly because I only really saw like a handful of them, oh god, do their thing, their splitty thing, but fair enough. Don't mind it. Half a soul heart, another greed, great. I mean, the next floor won't have greed, so that's exciting. Only one more shop, unfortunately, but still, the next floor will not have greed in it. Because we've seen them all, but maybe I should have pushed that bomb to the wall a little bit earlier there. Did that wrong. Let's try that again. Slowly but surely. It was worth it. Greed's not here, but I guess that's to no one's surprise. Little strange usage of keys on this floor so far, given that I have very little, but I mean, I've made my choice. Yeah, with the amount of red hearts, I kind of want to make use of the sacrifice room, especially with the bone heart there. I need to make sure I keep the bone heart. But I think with that bone heart, it should be a good idea. I'm just going to do that. I could go into the curse room as well, especially with the bone heart again. Not sure what rune that was because I didn't check. And that makes it even a little bit more interesting. I'm gonna just check out everything here, I suppose. Could use a bomb in the middle of them. Don't have to, though. Could use a little bit of patience instead. For large quantities of money that I can't spend on anything. The super secret room. I don't know where it is. Where's my shop? That is a stinky thing. Stinky bed. So unfortunately that means that this will just lead to the next floor, which is not what I want. This doesn't work anymore because it's been broken forever. Tower card, magician, hermit, temperance. And I'll blow up a temperance machine. I think there was another one on this floor, right? Not really a temperance machine, I suppose. Is there anything else I want to blow up? I guess I could see what this is. I got a demon baby as well, that's neat. Blank rune. Alright. Could be okay, I guess. If this is... Oh god. Need to be careful with that, though. Mustn't accidentally leave the floor. Just gonna use this in the big room so we can get ourselves some extra special cool rocks. Even though there's already quite a lot of rocks in here, but, you know. It is what it is. This should probably create a tinted rock somewhere. It's made a big mess. There is a tinted rock over here. With a soul heart inside, so that's nice. There might be some more, though. If there is, I didn't see them, so they are not real. So let's see if we can get something neat out of this. We got some money, so that's exciting. Just gonna get the furthest away half a heart first, because I've made my choice. I could also just sleep in the bed, I guess. That would technically be the farthest away heart, I guess, but it is a little bit far away. I really just want an angel room item or something like that. That would just be lovely. Do need to get hit quite a couple times for that, but I'd say that's worthwhile. It is nice that the full heart of damage would usually take us just lower to half a heart instead when you have a bone heart, because bone hearts are just kind that way. I appreciate that. Makes them a little bit more usable. That's not a heart. Yeah. So far, just really exciting. Really exciting things. Very happy. I would rather deal with half a hearts first in case I do want to go for that. The demon beggar dark bum. I still need to remember to actually go to my item room as well. That's going to be the most difficult part of this. You feel blessed, so pretty high chances of an angel room there. I could also just use that half a soul heart, I suppose, but would speed things up a little bit at least, but simultaneously, it's not like I'm in a rush. Nah. Half a soul heart would kind of be okay, but not like amazing either. Come on. There you go. That's what you want to see. A full soul heart. Alright. Slowly but surely, we are getting through this debacle, and it is exciting what it's going to bring us this day. If I do this, and then take it, it'll still be half a heart. Alright, that works. We'll just play a little bit of everything as we're progressing through this. Bloop, picked up the soul heart by accident. Very nice. Don't need to fight the angel here, so we're just going to leave that alone. Just going to take this heart as well. Play the machine once. Yeah. So far, that machine has been excellent. And that's a whole bunch of soul hearts. Alright, well, that's cool. Guess I might as well check out the curse room while we're at it. Slowly but surely, we are getting through this floor. Dark Bum is certainly feeling a lot less tempting with our health situation right now, but it is easy to take damage in this game, so it's not like I would never need it again. I mean... yeah? No? That's gone. But, you know. There was no way to... well, there might have been ways to avoid that, I suppose. I just didn't bother to think. It's really the main thing. I don't think I can reach any of this without flight. I think so, at least. Maybe if you bomb those, something weird happens. Not by any standard means you'd be able to get it, at least, but... the game does have a bunch of tricks up its sleeve at the end of the day. I'm a little excited to see what the secret item is, but simultaneously... oh, Dad's key is just still there. Well... the super secret room was not over there, so that's exciting. You can take that, that's fine. I don't think there's any more red hearts waiting for us. I guess it could just be over here, huh? Or here. Or neither. Alright, I mean, I've tried a lot of places where the super secret room could be, and we are running out of bombs. Doesn't really matter anymore at this point, I suppose, but... oh, there you go. Well... that's unfortunate. I mean, we could, but it's just... I probably shouldn't. It's... actually, there's a bed right there. I should. Ooh, we got a second incubus. Alright, yeah, it was 100% worth it. Never mind. Gonna take a minute. There we go. Blood bag. That's the speed up I was talking about earlier. And we don't even need to go back to the bed. So, you know what? I'm gonna say that that machine was pretty good. And with that, let's go to the heretic. Yeah, two incubuses is just really nice. I mean, you could argue that taking the dark bum's bad just because we could get another dark bum through the item as well, but that's just like so many levels deep, you know? I'm not ready for thoughts such as that. Come on. Try to just put these in a nice place. Occasionally get a good fire in there, deal some damage that way. Good stuff, good stuff. And he's being fairly kind about the attacks until the point where I forgot how to dodge one of them. That could be alright. Let's see what's over here first. Oh. Okay. That changes things a bit, because now I have an attack that comes out of me. Tier 8's not max, so I might as well. Now it is, and I have 2 incubuses at all times. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can actually get the chests now as well, so that's fun. Huh, what a rush. This run is just being lovely to me today. I really appreciate it because it was a little bit rough going at the start there, but slowly but surely this thing is just kind of playing itself, and I appreciate that. 2 bombs, always fun. Probably shouldn't be using all of my things here, but yeah, it's all fine. What cards were left? There was a magician question mark, which might be better than the thing I have here. Is there anything else I can realistically do on this floor? Yes. I could play this machine for a little longer. For a very potential Angel Room item, or it could just explode almost instantly. Like, to the point that I can't even be bothered to heal up that heart with the bed, because it's like walking all the way back there to heal up a little bit of a bone heart, and at this point, I don't really care about the bone heart anymore, because it's going to be a little tricky to use. So we're just going to leave that alone. That's okay. Yeah. For this floor specifically, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, I'll take that. Mostly for this floor, I suppose. Like, look how good that is. That is just wonderful. That's just a really good time. I did not expect you to drop a Suicide King for me there, friend, but fair enough. That room, you just stop attacking, which is surprisingly tricky at times. This room is a puzzle usually, but Flight has made this a little bit less complicated. Although I did end up taking damage there, twice to the same enemy, so obviously it's still a little bit complicated. There is a black heart waiting for me. Jeez, okay, calm down. I wasn't aware of whatever that was. Let's get some health back, eh? Not through that, though. But maybe if you could just pick this up real quick. Very nice. Nope. Don't even want to touch it. Don't even want to hold it. Don't want that near me. It is going to kill me by accident. And I do not have extra lives to make proper use of that, so we're just going to leave that alone. If this was a Lazarus run, I'd consider it, had we not died at this point yet, which is also fairly unlikely, I suppose. There might be a tinted rock in this room, and I'm deliberately ignoring it. This is a little spooky, but again, the brimstone is helping out at least a little bit to simplify life somewhat. Having infinite range is just one of those lovely things in life that undercomplicates a lot of situations that would otherwise be overcomplicated. Piercing, yeah. Don't even know what the other item was, but I actually don't mind having piercing shots. This is usually a puzzle. Not this time, though. Because our build is incredible. That's not much of anything, but I'll take it. The broken stopwatch is fun, but maybe not this run. I don't really like it. I mean, the slowdown's fun, but the speed up is just very depressing, so it does balance each other out, even though I do feel like the slowdown has a tendency of happening more, which might not be true, but it does feel that way. That's good enough for me. But I'd still rather just not bother. Instead, we'll just get money equals power in the next devil deal. Suddenly deal 100 more damage. And win. That's the plan for now. Yeah. There is the mom fight. Please be kind. Please remember how to dodge. And so far the answer to that is mostly. So that's nice. Polaroid's probably never gonna activate. We didn't get a devil deal, so bloop. Let us go. Definitely once again forgot that I can carry 2 cards, so it's nice that the game will just do that anyway. If that required active memory of the situation, I'd never use it. Almost certainly. I've taken a lot of damage here. But that's okay. That's an Eternal Heart, so that's also not too terrible. Strength card's better than death. overall, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We're going to have a lot of health for the remaining floors. We're going to have a decent amount of damage. If we could just get one devil deal with like 1 equals power, that would just be a really nice way to end this run, I'd say. Not exactly what you'd call a guaranteed thing to hope for, but certainly something that I wouldn't say no to at this stage. Chariots. Might be interesting, actually. Well, a little bit. Because we can just use it here. Play this for a little bit. Maybe get an item out of it. That would be lovely. Wow. It was worth it. It was very good. Every time that activates, I'm happy. So, yeah. I'll actually take that god. Yeah. I don't mind how that chariot card ended up helping us out here. These enemies are effectively going to do nothing because I have flight, so that's wonderful. God, that one angel room really saved the day. In a lot of ways, because I feel like things would have gotten a lot more complicated otherwise. Definitely don't mind it. It's nice when the game is kind, which it honestly frequently is, to me at least, but on a day like today, I just really appreciate it. Please leave. Allow me to leave, that's really the main thing. The leaving is something I have to do actively, but the... I just want to go. No. Wouldn't have minded going into the curse room there, but I think this room makes that impossible without taking damage. Also, these gas clouds are no fun. That's... interesting. They are a bit in a very awkward location, but you can probably do some good stuff with this. Like if I were to do this... This could be really good, right? Yeah. If they actually just stay there, then this seems pretty much amazing, because now it's just attacking from me pretty much. Now it has suddenly become really, really powerful. I've never had this much use out of this trinket before. How unusual. I never even considered using this trinket like this before, but yeah, it's really good. Especially when you have 2 of the incubus, and now it's just a really, really, really good time. How nice. What a good time we're having here today. Or even the trinkets are helping out. I appreciate that. I hope that I don't have to drop it at any point, because that will confuse me. Like, against like someone like this who'd like put you in a different room in a weird way, like that would be potentially worrying, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad. No, that's still pretty good. Don't do that, please, though. So now I'm in a bit of a predicament where I can't dodge anything, but it worked out. Saving all my cards for the mother fight, because I think that's where they're going to be most useful. Ooh, those tears. A surprising amount of those tears did not hit me, and I could not explain to you how. Yeah, alright. Glyph of Balance has never failed me, I feel. A little bit of range. A little bit of black hearts. What a good time. What a nice day we're having. Everything was so gloomy at the start of this run, and as it progresses, everything is just a ray of sunshine. I appreciate that. Also, euthanasia tears are incredible. Also, this trinket didn't even move the... like, nothing moved. Nothing moved in a bad way upon going to the next floor. It just kept everything in the same place. That's so good. This is actually like a really good trinket with that ice attack follower as well, I'd say then, because you could just put him right next to you like this, and then you'd have free ice attacks all the time pretty much. So that's really powerful. Nice. I mean, you need to have trinket space for it, I guess. So if you're playing the original Isaac, the Flash version, you'd have to get rid of Polaroid. Also, the trinket doesn't exist yet, so there's a lot of flaws with that specific plan, I suppose. But in most runs, I'd argue, if you don't have Brainworm or something like that, you could probably get rid of whatever you have to take this instead. It's like 9 out of 10 times I've seen this trinket, I've just not had a follower or something like that. That's really been the main thing, I suppose. But this time I have a whole bunch and they're all just really, really close and attacking everything nearby, so... yeah, it's nice. Lucky Penny is really nice as well. Because I think that just means more euthanasia shots, so that's obviously pretty good. Walked into that. That enemy moved oddly. Didn't really know what to do about that situation, but fair enough. That is a dice room. Maybe we can just reroll our whole build. Just ruin everything. Yep. Absolutely not. I am not even touching that as a joke. I want to keep all that we have right now because, quite frankly, it makes me feel safe and happy. This is working out. My damage is still, like, not incredible by any means, but it's hitting so much that it kind of balances out in a fun way. Also, these enemies are usually a lot scarier, but the euthanasia attack just kills them instantly, so that's also really nice. Guessing this is a super secret room. Yep. Black heart, very good. And we'll have one more heart when I start the fight because of that strength card as well. I'll also use the magician probably instantly. Yeah, let's go. Mother. Very good. That magician card is just going to keep all the scary things at bay as well. Because it's a very powerful aura. Look at that. That is so much. It's only going to last for a minute, but that's long enough for the first phase, I'd hope. Alright, let's see if this works. It's a little fiddly to dodge, but certainly by no means impossible. I think I just never really had the experience with this. Also, I'm not sure if the magician question mark card affected it at all, because it did seem to move a little oddly there, but I think with some practice that attack is definitely not as impossible as it has felt for a long time, so that's at least kind of nice. I'm not really using the candle, which I should probably be doing more, but that's fine. Let's just use it there for good measure. I'm guessing that soul effect is going to run out any second here, so I do need to be a little careful. It has lasted for a long time, though. It is very powerful. Yeah, this boss is not too bad when you have some movement and a really, really nice build otherwise. I'm gonna say Genesis at least helped out a little bit. If only it changed the way our build was gonna go. In a strange way, I suppose. That attack, I still don't really know how to deal with it very well, but it's fine. There we go. There we go. It's all good. We have done that. We have completed Lilith. We unlocked the blood puppy, which is also an item I'm too scared of to use. There's a big old post-it in the bottom left just pulsating, so that's always exciting. And that is another character completed. Wonderful. Very good. This one I was dreading a little bit, just because Lilith can go all over the place, but this time it just worked out really well. It was just really nice. So I'm very happy about how that ultimately went. It took a while to get to the end of the run, but we got there and we didn't die, so can't really complain. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll do another run with a different character, and I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.